Alright, might as well get this shit started. Alright, welcome to the show. Here's the topics on episode 2. We will talk about gaslighting and explain it, for those of you not familiar with it. We'll also give 3 examples. The first one involving Hillary's frickin' lawyer and the news today, and Russia collusion, that shit show. I'll also talk about my favorite topic, fucking global warming and those bedwetters. Let's see what else. I'll talk about intolerant, hateful, and violent liberals. And there will be a special video where I will give liberals a freaking taste of their own medicine. So, that's what's going to be on today's show, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be action-packed. The first part is going to be pretty boring if you're not into sons of bitches like me bitching about the news. But later, there will be the greatest videos you've ever seen of us taking it straight to the libs and giving them a taste of their own goddamn medicine. So, but first, let's go over this term. We've heard this term many times for the last year, or recently. You hear it a lot. If you watch the news, a lot of liberals, they never watch the news. They're just too stupid. They're just too damn dumb. You know what they're going to be watching? The Bachelor. Oh, the Kardashians. Ooh. So they probably don't know this term, but let's go over the term. The term is going to be called gaslighting. Now, what does gaslighting mean? People say, oh, we're being gaslit. Oh, that's just gaslighting. Well, you hear the news people talking about it, and I wonder if they or anybody really knows what is this term. What does it mean? You ask one liberal, he says, that means that, Trump is gaslighting us. What does that mean? He's throwing gas on us, and he's throwing a match on us. He's lighting us on fire. Is that what it means? He's lighting you on fire? No. It comes from some plays, and notably a movie that starred Angela Lansbury in her first movie. She should have given it up then. God. Well, no, I did like her as the teapot in, Beauty and the Beast. Anyway, there was a movie, and it was about this man who's trying to steal some, rich paraphernalia from his wife by making her believe she's crazy. So he's manipulating her into thinking she's insane. Now, how does he do this? How does he do this? Number one, he turns down, this is back when you didn't have electric lights, you had lights that were run by gas, and you crank them up or down, at night, back in the old days. Oh, God, so sick of it already. But anyway, the man would flicker the gas lights. And then, he'd walk in a room and she'd be freaking out. Oh, man, the lights are flickering on and off. I don't know what's going on. He's like, yo, you're crazy. And she says, oh, no, I heard footsteps upstairs. And it was him upstairs. But, he would say, no, the upstairs is totally closed off. You're going crazy. Anyway, it's by manipulating the gas lights to where she starts to doubt her sense of reality and what's going on. Now, are we being gaslit? Let me tell you what. I'll show you some gaslighting. Have you heard the freaking news that this guy, Michael Sussman, recently was indicted by the FBI and that guy, Durham? Why was this man indicted by the FBI recently? Well, guess what? None of the liberals will even know his name because none of the CNN, NBC, MSNBC, all that shit, they're not running this story. But look at it's in the news if you want to find it. He was indicted for lying to the FBI. And what would he lie about? He lied when they interviewed him because they found out that he was one of the main sources of the information that started the whole Trump-Russia collusion shit. And somehow they figured it out after a long period of digging. This guy, Hillary Clinton's lawyer, Michael Sussman. They asked him, are you working for any political figures, any campaigns? No, I'm not done. No. Later, they found out, yes, you were working for Hillary Clinton's campaign at the very time. And what did he do when he was doing this? What was he lying about? Why not just tell the truth? Well, I'll tell you what. He made up a story that involved Trump and a Russian bank called Alpha Bank, and that somehow Trump and this Russian bank were communicating via a secret server. Oh, so Hillary could say, hey, yeah, stop talking about my server, my private server. Trump has one and he's talking to the Russians. That was her dumb story. So this jackass here, Sussman, has some sort of concealed client that figures out that this is what's going, or says that this is what's going on. Now, what does he do? He feeds that to this schmuck named Franklin Foer and other people who wrote articles about it. The headline of the article right at the time was a Trump server communicating with Russia? A giant headline all over. And then it took over MSNBC. Everybody was talking about it, including Hillary effing Clinton. Look at what she posted right before the election, 8 days before the election. It's this part down here. And then I'll see what this guy says about her. But look what the dumb bitch says. It's time for Trump to answer some serious questions about his ties to Russia. And she says, oh, here are 4 things. Now, all of these are lies. All of them were things that her lawyer made up and told people and told the news people and created the whole Russia story. Oh, Donald Trump has a secret server. See, Hillary's trying to, deflect. Oh, it was set up to talk to this bank. Oh, they shut it down. All are complete lies that they found out, the FBI has found out. So here is what I would like to know and why I am a freaking curmudgeon. This was done before the election in 2017. Hillary Clinton and her lawyers and all the people who knew about this and spread it to the media, and that it was a totally made-up thing. For how many years did we have to listen to Russia collusion stories on the TV every minute of every day for weeks and weeks and weeks and months and months and months and years and years? 162 million man-hours on account of the government and the media on a totally made-up thing by Hillary Clinton lawyer to try to influence the election? How is that not a coup? How is that not illegal? How is she not in jail? How is this not being reported by CNN right now? Why aren't their hair on fire? If it was the Republicans that did this, they would never stop screaming. They would scream all night long in their beds. They would scream on the toilet. They would scream as they're getting their kids ready to go to damn school or put their masks on and whatever they're doing. They would scream all day long, non-stop screaming. They would never stop. How is that not a coup? Why am I? Huh. Okay. But we were gaslighted. That's what I'm telling you. They gaslit us for 4 years about the Russia-Trump collusion as if it were real. They was hoping that it would prevent Trump from being elected. It's like the backup plan that all those idiots, Stroke, that guy, remember him? The mother. This is America. They tried to alter the election. How is this not way worse than January 6th with the people go to Washington, D.C. Alice Simpson and her husband Horace were arrested at the Capitol today where, they thought they could walk in. A bunch of people were walking in. They walked in. They were taking some photographs. We grabbed both Alice and Horace Simpson from Myrtle Beach, Florida, and we put them in jail. We're flogging them daily with straps. They're traitors. They're the Taliban. God. Losing it. All right. We were gaslit. Now, what else have we been gaslit about? I'm going to make this quick because I got to get to the videos. This is important. Okay, let's get back to the goddamn PowerPoint presentation. Yes, high tech here, ladies and gentlemen. The stupid people lap all that up, all that Russia stuff. They never watch the news. They can answer one question about the news. If you saw yesterday's episode, you know why. And yet they're like, Trump, yeah, he's a Russian spy. He's terrible. Trump. What else do these idiots, what else do all of them believe in? Global warming. I'm just going to speak about that just for just one freaking moment, if I may. Global warming. I'm going to tell you what. I am sick of the global warming bedwetters. I am sick of their gullible lies, the libs that just lap it up because they're like, well, yeah, all the Democrats are talking about global warming. Okay, yeah. Do they know one thing about any of the science? They don't know nothing. Me? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm the original founding fucking father of the global warming deniers club. I used to have a freaking website. For 2 years, I paid money for a website, which no one ever visited. Thank you all very much. Where I posted article after article after article that were linked to what's going on with global warming. Climate change prediction based on models, based on theories, all wildly incorrect. Global warming reporters are dishonest, biased, unteachable hucksters. These are articles just like the Drudge Report. That's what I modeled it on. Fiddling with temperature data, the biggest scientific scandal of them all. Breathtaking adjustments to Arctic temperature record. Is there any global warming we can trust? Institute of Physics accused of corruption as climate change 97% consensus claim is debunked. The myth of settled science on climate change. On and on and on. Global warming scam costing $1.75 trillion per year. Is that true? $1.75 trillion per year? Warmers have lost the scientific argument. The silence and cowardice. I used to have, so I know what I'm freaking talking about. I studied it. No, I know none of you have time to do this. You probably have jobs. You probably have lives. You probably have wives. Oh, God, I used to have one. Got rid of that one. But look, now let me show you something. There are articles that if you choose to educate yourself, you would say, oh, wait a minute. What are people saying? Other scientists are saying that people in the global warming industry are tampering with data? What's that about? Oh, Al Gore. You remember his inconvenient truth? Look at what he's showing. You remember, if you ever watched that shit, he is showing that, here's the temperature of the earth, here it is, going along. Then all of a sudden, we started the Industrial Revolution and started pumping carbon dioxide into the air, and look at it, we're going to die. This red graph is going to go up and 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 up, and it's going to go so high. The sun, the earth will be on fire. The ice caps will melt, it will all evaporate, we'll all be dead. It's the worst. Something must be done. This is it. It's called the hockey stick graph. Oh, so all those people, they watched the movie. Oh, and they were told, oh yeah, look at this graph. Oh, isn't it perfect evidence? Oh, it's so shocking. Oh God, we got to do something right now. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. In reality, the whole thing was debunked. His whole stupid hockey stick, there's been so many articles and books and scientific literature on it and lawsuits, you would be shocked. Because look at, this is what the Earth's temperature has actually done. It has been warm, and it has been cold, and it has been very warm, then very cold. And now look, this is where we are. Look. This is called the medieval warm period. This is called the Little Ice Age. The medieval warm period is why when you go to Greenland and Iceland, you can dig down in the permafrost and the ice and you say, hey man, people used to live here. Look, I found a house under the ice. Well, that means that sometime in the freaking past it was a lot warmer and people were living there. And then the Little Ice Age, so freaking cold. People died. Rivers in Europe froze over solid that never do anymore. All this stuff. Now, so temperature is changing all the time. But the global warming hucksters are telling children in school that no, the Earth's temperature does not just vary by itself. No. It's stable, and now we're killing it. We're killing it. They're trying to believe that this is not true, and they have falsified the data. Now, look. This is what the temperatures have done just recently. Look, in the past 20-something years, since '98. When carbon dioxide has gone up every year because, you're pumping all this shit into the air, the temperatures, it dropped. And then it's just been pretty much steady. Carbon dioxide is not driving temperature. Wait, why aren't anybody telling us this? Why is anybody telling you that they're gaslighting you? Biden was on TV the other day saying, this hurricane is just evidence of global warming. The debate is solved. Really? I wouldn't trust one thing that Biden fucking came out of his mouth. They're all out there saying it. But look, it's a satellite show. There's no global warming for 23 years. They say, oh no, 97% of scientists fucking believe in global warming. No, that's all been a lie. It's been a lie that's been told to school children. Right now, you can walk in a school, in a science building, and you can see it on the wall. 97% of scientists agree climate change is man-made and horrible, and we're all going to die. It's completely wrong. It was never the case. It was all based upon that one time, in that one study, where they had all these abstracts, scientific abstracts submitted and that they reviewed. Of those, look how many were arbitrarily excluded because they just didn't have an opinion at all. Out of all those, okay, they're excluded. Almost 4,000 were marked as agreeing that human beings can cause some warming. Yes, carbon dioxide, it does have some effect. Okay, yeah. 64 were marked as stating we were the cause of most of the warming. 0.5%. 0.5. 41 stated we caused most of the warming since 1950. 0.3. 0 were marked as endorsing that it's a man-made catastrophe. But yet they're telling you 97% agreed. 0.3. Nobody agreed with it. They lie and they lie and they lie. They don't tell you the truth. That what the other scientists are saying, this kind of stuff, that it's the sun that is dominating the temperature of the earth and has been and always, and they can look at the sunspots. Dr. Willie Soon looks at the sunspots and he says, oh, this happened during the Little Ice Age that I showed you the damn graph of. What happened during that time when it was cold as hell? Well, the Maunder minimum, a scientist named Maunder looked at the sun, monitored the sunspots, says, hey, well, man, there ain't no sunspots. And then they correlated it and they went back in the data. Yeah. The activity of the sun completely tracks with all these temperature changes. Oh, duh. It's only a gigantic thermonuclear frickin' thing sitting right over there that you can see daily. The fucking sun. There's been no warming for 37 years in the South Pole. Yet they're telling you, oh, it's the hottest year ever. Oh, it's getting hotter. All these hurricanes. The polar bears are dying. I'll tell you none of the truth. You never see this in the news. You have to be a geek to figure it out on your own and look it up. And who the hell's got time for that? Look what this guy says. This is the ex-Australian Prime Minister. What does he say? Climate change is a religion whose followers behave like members of the Inquisition, a condition where the cure is causing more damage. It's a recipe for killing jobs and lowering standards of living, hurting the poor. They're just freaking morons. So this is what I say to you, global warming bedwetters. Go fuck yourself. Now, let's get to the good shit. Trolling intolerant liberals on the side of the road. Now, explain something to you people. Liberals are going to be, I showed you yesterday this long list of freaking liberals attacking Trump supporters, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. You've seen the videos. They drag people out of their cars. They spit on them. They come up to them in restaurants. They yell at people. They chase politicians out of restaurants and down the street. People had to run at that one walk-away event because they were being chased and hounded. They're grabbed. They're stomped. I mean, they're physically attacked. You've seen videos time and time again. Now, the most of the libs out there walking around, going to music festivals, talking about organic food and vegetarianism. These people, they were gaslit. No one ever showed them those stories. So they don't know that Trump supporters were victims of violence all those times. They didn't see it for themselves, so they never saw it. They don't think it happened. They see the news, which is reporting that it's Trump people that's hateful. The Trump people are violent. The Trump people are causing the problem. They never saw. So the media has gaslit them into not knowing what the reality is. I saw it. I took my daughter to a Trump rally in 2016 because I didn't know that people were going to hate Trump so bad. He was just some guy, some rich guy, maybe he's on TV. You needed somebody who wasn't a politician at the time. The other politicians, I couldn't stand him. Chris Christie, Someone should take a little pin and go pop Chris Christie and let him just fly off like a balloon. God. Romney. God, I don't like any of them. But anyway, so we want to go to a rally, see what it's all about. Guess what? As we were in line, we were screamed at right in front of our faces. I never saw it happen before. I don't remember in 2008 that Republicans went to Obama rallies and just stood outside and screamed at people and grabbed them and spit at them and put pepper spray on them and chased them to their cars and screamed and yelled at them in restaurants and outside cafes. I don't remember that. I don't remember that happening before. I remember Democrats always being the ones, even back during Reagan, who would be the rabble-rousers, they'd be somewhere protesting. But I thought, oh, that's just a couple of them. But no, it's all of them now. They've taught their people that this is acceptable behavior in society, that they're so righteous about their cause, and they can accuse anyone of being a racist. They can just do anything they want. They can scream at you. They can curse at you. They can grab you. They can rip your a cap off of a teenager's head because it's a red MAGA hat. They can just be the most vicious, horrifying members of society. How? That's not even being an adult to be that way. You can't behave that way in the office. You can't behave that way in the airport. But everywhere else, yeah, you can. The liberals think they can just freaking scream and yell. So guess what? We went to one of these Trump rallies back in 2016, and as we were in line, waiting and walking very slow because there were so many people wanting to get in this rally, the liberals were standing there screaming and yelling and cursing at us. And finally I had it, and I had to give it back to them. And so I'm going to show you the goddamn video right now. You want to see it? I'll show it. And plus the other video is the old man that I was trolling from yesterday. I should have more video of him, even a better one, and it's from so you'll definitely want to stay tuned. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so let's go to this one. Oh, you're going to love it. Now, here's me pointing at them, and I'm calling them losers.
Losers! Pot-smoking losers! Pot-smoking losers! Losers!
I'm calling them losers, right to their faces.
Losers!
Those are my buddy Nick.
Losers! It doesn't mean quit. Shave your armpits.
Oh, look, the boyfriend's so pissed off that I told her to shave her armpits.
Losers! Look at the losers!
Oh, I loved it.
Losers!
Oh, I said, I'm going to give them shit right back, right now.
Losers, all of you. Go Trump. Yes.
There's their college professor, she's like, oh, ooh, this ain't good.
He's got the balls to kick all your asses. Get educated.
Yes, now right there is one of the all-time greats, ladies and gentlemen. But there's one more video that I just want to show you for today. This is that old man, and he called the cops on us. So you just got to see what he does. On the side of the road. Wait. I gotta go back. Okay, wait.
Not get in the middle of the road or obstruct traffic.
No,
okay?
never. Thank you.
I'm going to make sure somebody finds out about this.
Okay.
You're all the way up the food chain.
I work for Chief
All
Robinson.
the way up the
This is America.
Department.
We're allowed to
all
do
the way up the
this.
food chain.
We're allowed. He wanted the police to arrest us because we were standing there
You
protesting.
can't tell him that he has to leave because he doesn't believe in your same political beliefs, okay?
He's going to hold his flag in front of my sign.
He's standing there holding
You
flag
came
protesting.
over here.
It's like you're
And look,
doing,
why don't you go back over there where all your stuff is? You're trying to cause a trouble over here, sir. He's standing in front of my buddy who has an amputated leg.
You guys have been on the other corner with Bullhorn. For some reason today, you got the balls to come over and harass us.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, here's Trump for you. Here's Trump in your fucking face, asshole. You want to be an asshole? I'll be a fucking asshole. Yeah, that's right, dumbass, commie bastard.
And don't breathe on me, motherfucker.
I'm breathing
Stay
in the...
away.
This is America, you stupid sack of shit. Why don't you go fuck yourself with your commie buddies? Have you ever had a fucking job in your life, asshole?
Yeah, all my life. I'm retired, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you're retired from what? What did you do for a living, fucker?
Fuck up. I'm gonna ignore you. 'Cause I don't
You gonna ignore President Trump?
Oh, this is why I put the Trump.
President
I put the
is
Trump
right
cutout
here
in his
your
face.
Well, then go away.
It was right there
Go
in his
down to your
face.
side, fucker.
I just love that. Well, you got to give it to him anyway.
Ending crisis and now heartbreaking
What the
new
hell is
pictures
going
coming
on?
from the border. Authorities say they found a
Jesus.
2-year-old.
Well, this is not a very polished program, ladies and gentlemen, because, you know, who cares? I'm not here to entertain you. I'm really here just to rant and rave as some sort of psychotherapy for myself, really. So if these topics don't amuse you, or I don't amuse you, who cares? But if you tune in tomorrow, maybe something else will happen. So, tell your friends this is the greatest shitty podcast they will ever see. If they are a son of a bitch like me. Alright, bye. Whatever. I'm sick of it. I gotta end this program.